Yo, what is up lads and ladettes to another Rainbow Six Siege video. Now in today's video we're going to be talking about Ace vs Melusi. Now as you guys know, these are the two new operators for Operation Steel Wave, and they won't be released for quite some time now, probably just over 3 weeks maybe. But yeah, essentially these two new operators are on the test server live right now, and I wanted to talk about which one you should buy first. So it's not necessarily who's better, it's more or less who you want to buy first and who would be more resourceful in a game. So, let's get into it. Alright, so first off we're going to be covering Ace. Now Ace's roles is frontline and hard breach, and as you guys know he is a 2 armor 2 speed. Now I would more or less relate him to Thermite and Hibana, not necessarily Maverick, because even though Maverick is a hard breacher, he's more on the lower end of the scale for making larger holes and being more of a team player. He's more or less if you wanted to take out bandits, etc. So Ace is pretty awesome. I mean, I really do like his Salma. Now it's called a Salma Aqua Breacher, so I don't know exactly why they've named it like that, but I presume Aqua Breacher. I can't really make any assumptions on that. I'm not too sure why they called it that. But yeah, his loadout is the AK-12, which is accustomed to only fuse, and now he has it, so those are the only two operators in the game with it, except he features normal ACOG on it. Then we have the P9, which is what the GIGN use, which is like Doc and Twitch and Montang and them. And then we also have the M1014. So this is Pulse and Castle and that shotgun, and a lot of people do not use this weapon. It is pretty OP, but it's more or less for special events you would use it, like shotgun events, especially with the latest Mafia event we had. But yeah, so that also has that. And then we've got the breach charge, we've got a smoke grenade, and then his ability. So that's pretty much it for his loadout. Now, if we switch over to Melusi here, they actually have very similar weapon loadouts, and not in like what type of weapons they have, but the amount of weapons they have and the style of their weapons. I'll tell you what I'm talking about right here on screen. So pretty much what I meant by that is essentially that Melusi also has an SMG, has a shotgun and a pistol. So she only has 3 weapons, 2 for primary and one of them is a shotgun and only a secondary pistol. Which is the same with Ace, where Ace only has 1 pistol and has 2 primaries and one of them is a shotgun as well. And it is essentially a semi-automatic shotgun, so it's not slow and it's like a spaz, you know, both those weapons fire extremely fast. So it's quite interesting the fact that they've done this and haven't given us much options, I guess, more or less. You have to only pick either shotgun or a machine gun, or, you know, automatic for primary. And for the gadget here on Melusi we have impact grenades, deployable shield, and the Banshee Sonic Defense. Now Banshee Sonic Defense of course brings a whole new era to this game, and by that I literally mean there is so much you can do with this and a lot of people don't think much about it. Now of course it has a large radius, where I would compare this more or less to Mute, where Mute has a radius, a huge circle radius. It's not too far actually, but it's pretty big considering, and that can go through walls, through the floor pretty much. It goes in a whole circle radius, and this is the same sort of reach that this device has. And what it does is when you come into contact with it, you will be slowed down, and by slowed down I mean it'll make a humming noise, like a buzzing, and your screen will get slightly distorted, and pretty much you have to slowly creep through it. Now the thing is, it's actually bulletproof, so it's like a bulletproof camera where you can't shoot it, but you can melee it and destroy it with explosives or destroy what's behind it. So if it's sitting on a soft wall, you can destroy that soft wall. So that is also another interesting thing. So for the weaponry, we have the T5 SMG, which is Legion's SMG, which is only on Legion and this operator now. The Super 90, which is accustomed to only Frost and this operator now. And the RG15, which is Zofia and Ella's secondary pistol, which has a red dot sight on it. So that is very cool. Now Melusi is a 1 armor 3 speed, so this is the first 3 speed we've had added to the game since Grim Sky, when Maverick was added, because that was our last 3 speed. So now we have Melusi, and of course she is a defender and Ace is the attacker. So you guys have already seen what Ace's ability does, so his gadget, but pretty much what it does essentially is it puts down 3 explosive devices that are around the size of Hibana's explosive devices, her Excarios, and it makes quite a decent sized hole. Now these can be shot while they're actually exploding, so it's like any sort of breach charge. So if you had a thermite or if you had a hibana, you can shoot the canister and it won't actually blow up. You can also shoot it while it's moving down. But if you do leave it and you shoot the top canisters, it'll keep falling down, so it won't actually stop. So you can't stop the process if you don't shoot the orange canister. So that is really cool and interesting. So as you can see with Melusi here, she has quite a wide radius on this, like I said earlier. It is fully bulletproof, her ability, and when you throw a C4 or any sort of explosive at it, it will blow it up. Now if it is on a reinforced wall and you still throw an explosive at it, it'll still blow up from the explosive radius, and if you melee it, it will also get destroyed. But like I said, it's fully bulletproof and can be placed on any surface, so I'm not too sure if you can place it on the ceiling, as I haven't really been able to find a spot where you can reach the ceiling, but I presume you can. I'm not too sure, don't quote me on that, but you can place it on slopes and walls and floors. Okay, so now we're going to get down to which one you want to buy first. Now I know we're already 6 minutes into the video, a lot of people wouldn't have made it this far, but pretty much, in my opinion, like generally with these two, they're quite balanced operators, but Ace has got a lot of hype. I mean, everyone talks about Ace and says how OP Ace is. Now I think as a starter, I would probably play Ace, alright? So if you're newer to the game or if you're probably below 50, a lot of lower levels tend to play hard breaches or just whoever they want to play. But I think the AK, if you can handle the recoil on it, this would be a really nice character for you because his ability is nice and simple and it'll be easy to learn and get to use, as well as the fact he has breach charges. Now for Melusi, I think that's more on a tactical scale where she would be the type of character you want to play if you've played Siege for quite a while and you want to use her abilities to your advantage. So if you want to place down her gadgets to slow down enemies in certain ways, or you've kind of figured things out and you know how far the radius is, so you put 3 in a certain radius where you can trap them into a certain point. I know there's certain ways you can play these operators, but I think Melusi would be more or less for if you're more experienced in the game. Now of course both these operators will cost 25k renown on purchase. Now unless you have the season pass, you won't be able to play them till a week after release, because of course season pass owners get it a week earlier to play them. And they get the operators for free. Now of course you can either pay 600 R6 creds or just the 25k renown. You don't have to just pay the renown. And for these two operators, I would say if you're a newer player, go for Ace, and if you're a more advanced player, I think Melusi would be a much better option. Now of course it definitely comes down to personal preference, if you prefer breaching, prefer attacking or defense. Now if you play a defense and you kind of like anchoring and roaming, if you kind of do a bit of both, then definitely go for Melusi first if you can only afford one of them at a time. And if you prefer playing attack and you really like Fuse's AK, but you feel Fuse is a bit too slow, of course this operator is a 2-speed where Fuse is a 3-speed. Where Fuse is a 3 armor, this operator is a 2 armor. Sorry about that. But yeah, either way, I feel like if you want to play more fast paced with that weapon, so if you like playing either Thermite or Lion or any of those slower operators where they have very nice abilities and they're a support character, then definitely go for Ace. Now if you like the weaponry of like Bandit for example, because Bandit's SMG, the MP7, is almost the exact same as Legion's, except it is slightly better than Legion's stat wise. So I think if you like Bandit or you like MP5, MP5K, MPX, you know, any of the MP variants, then definitely go for buying Melusi first. But of course this is only if you can only afford one at a time. If you can afford both, then go and buy both of them, because I think this would be really nice to play both of them. So yeah, me personally, I would go for Melusi. I think I could utilize her much better in a Siege game compared to using Ace, where Ace, I could pretty much replace him with Thermite, or if I wanted to play with the AK, I could just play Fuse and have someone else go Thermite, you know. But it is really nice having another hard breach in the game, but I think I'd rather go a 3-speed with one of the most OP weapons in the game, or OP SMGs in the game, which is the T5, in my opinion. But yeah, so I would rather get Melusi first, but of course, like I said, it's all up to you guys, and I know you clicked on this video and you would have read the title, would have been, oh, which one to buy first. Well, if you're really that conflicted on who to buy first, you might as well just buy one, and if it doesn't turn out well, just save up and buy the next one. I mean, it's not the end of the world. But yeah, anyway guys, that is it for this video. I hope you guys did enjoy. I'm sorry I haven't really been pushing out much content, like I haven't uploaded for a whole week, so I'm sorry about that guys. I've just been getting new gear and stuff, and I haven't really been in the mood to make videos, as well as Siege is kind of not boring now, but I just don't seem to play it as often or have time to play it. So I'm kind of just making videos at this point on the game, and I am kind of exploring out onto other games like Destiny 2 and Valorant and stuff like that. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on that. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy. Please leave a like on the video and let me know in the comment section below if you guys enjoyed the video or learned something. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Stay safe.